Oh, you're a seinen enjoyer. Which ones did you read? Berserk and Vagabond? Why? Read Love is War. No, I'm not. I have a huge list. Okay? We're gonna fuck with my phone. Okay. Look, I have a list of manga that I want to read. I think I posted it somewhere. Uh, at least in the Discord, but I don't know where else. Oh my god, every time I stream, my aunt is calling. Oh my, what the fuck are these notes? So my list, my priorities are those series that are already finished, that are long-running, classics. Their name resonates within the industry. They influence your favorite trendy manga of the season thing that you're reading. Like Love is War and Spy Family. If anyone remembers those manga in 10, 20 years, okay, I'm gonna consider them good enough to maybe give them a try. But to me, for now, they just seem like the typical, oh, we simp for that right now manga. I wanna read Great Teacher Onizuka. I wanna read Vinland Saga someday when it's finished, okay? I know it's gonna be finished. I wanna read Hellsing. I wanna read Gantz. I wanna read Blame. I wanna read those types of works that have been on my list for 10 years. These Love is War and Spy Family didn't even exist like 2 or 5 years ago. 10 years ago, I've made this list. And I want to get to those first. And then years are gonna pass when I'm done with those. And if in those years later, people still talk about Love is War and Spy Family, maybe I'm gonna read it. First in line, why don't I go big, Elda, while I'm talking? All Devilman parts by Nagai Go. All those parts. He's the first, he's the pioneer. So all Devilman parts, they come first. Kengan Ashura, Azumi, GTO, Slam Dunk, I want to finish, but maybe in private, because I don't know of a official translation. Baki, the grappler, Baki. Sailor Moon, although I think I'm gonna watch the anime, because Viz put the entire anime on their channel. Dragon Ball, JoJo. One of the only, like, modern ones I could see myself starting sooner, like, after I finish the classics. Like, 20th Century Boy is in there, Kingdom is in there, Pluto is in there. One of the new classics that I can see would be Beastars. It could be, One Outs, Land of the Lustrous, Blue Period. Those ones, you know? It's just permeated the industry in a different way than Spy Family. Or Kaguya-sama Love is War. I'm sorry for the rant. Please don't be mad at me. Plot twist, your aunt is watching the stream and is upset that you dropped PUNPUN. Baki, ha ha ha. Yeah, you laugh. You seinen connoisseur. You laugh at Baki. Get out of here. Inuyashiki too. It's also a rather new one that I want to put on my list, like after I finish the classics, the big classics. Why did you read ChainsawMan then? Just curious. Why did you ask that? I'm curious about that. Like, how did you come up with that question after everything that I've said? Because you're thinking like, oh, it doesn't fit into the classics. It's because I read Fire Punch and was blown away, and I saw that Chainsaw Man was almost like at its finale, and the anime was getting announced, and I was like, this is a trend that I can hop on to because I like Fujimoto's style, his writing, I love it. So I thought one series where it's like a weekly release on my channel, that won't hurt. You know, having something that's trending and popular And also something that I'm really into. Like, I love being into weekly releases. So I thought, you know, for that type of work on my channel, that's not bad. And honestly, Chainsaw Man is carrying my channel. I'd be nothing without Chainsaw Man. If I did that more, if I did that while Attack on Titan was at its prime, I would probably have more subscribers, right? If I picked any seasonal or like big show like that people look forward to, you know, there's a difference between Attack on Titan and Chainsaw Man and Love is War and Spy Family. Like, they're on completely different levels. Both are like weekly releases, not anymore for Attack on Titan, but you know what I mean. They're on different levels. Their appeal is different. One appeals to me, the other doesn't. So why torture myself with that? With something that's an insignificant fad, and something that I know is gonna stay for generations. That's a classic in the making, and I'm witnessing it right now. And I'm lucky to be here at the same time as it's releasing. Like, that's a lucky position to be in. Having those types of series on my channel is not just not bad for my channel, it's also good. It's giving my channel views. So yeah, that's why Chainsaw Man and not Love is War. Everyone says Beastars is so good, but the furry characters disturb me too much. Then you're just weak. If that disturbs you too much. Alright, now. You should read Hell's Paradise, I swear to God. I'm gonna have to make a community post or an extra video where I go mad at people suggesting shit to me. I have a list of all manga I want to read for now. And I add other manga that I may encounter or be interested in while I'm on the internet in my life. But you don't suggest shit to me. Who the fuck are you? I have my list. My list is what counts, not you. I'm sorry, it's just I'm a little agitated because of... I don't even know what. I'm just angry today. So forgive me if I scream at you and shout and piss and shit myself on stream. Take it. Take it graciously, okay? That's all you're gonna get from me on this channel. Oh. Jujutsu Kaisen. I'm gonna have to blacklist specific series and their names on this channel. Do not fucking mention Jujutsu Kaisen to me. Do not. No Spy Family, no Kaguya-sama Love is War, no Komi-san Can't Communicate, no Jujutsu Kaisen, no Hell's Paradise. What else do I hear often? Dandadan. I'm sure it's great. I'm gonna give it a moment to be finished. Or reach a serialization year span of, let's say 5, before I start getting into it. Or even considering putting it on my list. I'm sure it's great. Enjoy it. But I have series on my list that have existed for 50 to 30 years ago, like they were finished in that time frame. Those come first. Okay? From the 1970s to the 1990s, those come first. And the 2000s, early 2000s, those are okay too. Classics, those come first. Series that people talk about today still. Not some seasonal fads like Spy Family. If you enjoy it, be my guest. But you're not welcome to mention those series to me. I know they exist, okay? I'm gonna have to fucking put my list on my community tab, and if it's possible, pin it so people see what the fuck is on my list so they can stop mentioning series to me. Okay? I hope that I got that out of the way now. Let's read the comments. I click and the first thing I get is shouted at. Yeah, sorry, that's what you get. That's the SomeEuropeanChick experience. You get berated and shouted at when you click on a video of mine. That's why these streams are peak. Kaguya is done right now. Though I don't know if it would be up your alley. It's not! If in 10 years people still mention it because it's such a seminal work, such an addition to this medium, to this industry that we consume, then maybe. Maybe. But if people forget it next year, then no. No. Has she read Berserk? You people. You're shoveling my grave right now. You are gifting me an early grave with comments like these. Bitch sees that my icon on YouTube has the background of Guts and Gaston getting his brains blown out during the eclipse, and he asks if I have read Berserk. Oh, what's next? Have I ever heard of Vagabond? Oh, have I ever seen and heard of a work? It's quite niche. It's called Vinland Saga. Oh no, wait, Monster. You wouldn't understand, but seinen. Seinen is on a different level. I should read more seinen. There's Berserk, there's Vagabond, there's Vinland Saga, there's also Monster. I'm sure you have never heard of those works. Only true connoisseurs of the genre have heard of those and have read those. And they're so philosophically valuable, so deep. Oh, they're food for your intellectual soul. You don't know what I'm talking about because you're dirty plebeians, but have you ever tried reading a seinen? I'm gonna go insane on this channel, and you're gonna be my demise, I swear to fucking God. Have we read Monster on this channel? Have you heard of Monster? Have you ever read Monster? Yes, bitch, I've watched the anime twice. I was 17. Yeah, Johan Liebert. Oh, best antagonist in the entire world. Oh my god, #1 antagonist in manga. Have you ever heard of Monster? I need to read Monster. I haven't read it. Yeah, go read it. I mean, you don't need to read it. It's fine, I guess, but it's not. I mean, it's fine. It's not a genre bending or an industry highlight. It's fine. It's good. I enjoyed the first half of it very much. The second half was a little silly and lost its charm to me. But the first half, ooh, Johan was so scary to me that I had to take breaks from watching the anime. It made me physically sick whenever he appeared on screen because he rarely did so. You just felt his presence everywhere. You knew he was the root of all evil that was happening in the series, but when you saw him, God, I got physically sick. I couldn't look at him. So, that was great. That is an experience. That was just the first half. That's like 30 episodes, full of terror. towards Johan. And then the other 44 episodes or so, 45 episodes, they're a little lamer, but as I said, Monster is fine. You can read it or watch it. You don't really have to. Same with Uzumaki. So far, only one chapter has spoken to me. And that was the mushroom. Or was it 2 chapters? But that when the pregnant women, that chapter, that was insane. That's gonna stay with me. The rest's like, okay. It's good. I can say I read Uzumaki. I can be part of the club, I guess. But I mean, it's not necessarily my thing. So what's your thoughts on 20th Century Boys? Another scene and you probably never heard of. It's by Urasawa Naoki. In case you don't know, he also wrote Monster and Pluto. He's considered a legend in the industry, so what are your thoughts on that? I haven't read it yet. It's on my list though. I enjoy it so far, but it's too slow for me at times. I don't know. It's on my list. And it's gonna come sooner than, let's say, Land of the Lustrous, okay? Because it's older. Hey, Demon Slayer! Demon Slayer getting a new season, you can react to it. It would be very epic. You know, once it's the final season, maybe. Maybe. Even Bochida is sweating from all this tension. What's going on? I triggered greatness. I will tell my grandkids about this moment. One of the best antagonists in manga is Muzan from Demon Slayer. Oh yeah. He's so interesting, Muzan. He looks like Michael Jackson. He can also look like a female Michael Jackson. And he turns people into demons. Now that I've said it, I fucking hate seinen readers. They all think they're special or that they're intellectually on another level. You just can't discuss with them because they're just operating on so many levels. They're playing 4D chess. And you just need to grow up and mature if you want to talk to them about mature topics and deep topics, you know? You're not really an intelligent person. You're not really a human with a brain unless you've read Vagabond or Berserk. Oh, Berserk! The most perfect manga to exist. Oh, it's so good, and the best protagonist, best antagonist, best female lead. It's such a journey. I hate seinen fans. I'm just saying, if reading seinen is something that you have to emphasize or have as part of your personality trait, then you're a sad piece of shit that I don't want to talk to. There we go. There we go. If you look down on shonen, let's say ChainsawMan, okay? Just one example. But prop up Vagabond, then get the fuck out of here. You're an intellectual wasteland that I have nothing to say to. They like the same 3 mangas and smell like eggplant. Yes, exactly. That's a typical seinen fan. I've watched Legend of the Galactic Heroes. I'm better than all of you. Honestly, that's on my list of anime that I have to watch. It's been on my list for, I think, 10 years now. And I still have to watch it. I have the anime somewhere. I need to find it. BL Omegaverse. Okay, we don't talk about BL and Omegaverse. That was a crime against humanity. Who the fuck invented that? I want to know how their brain works, and then when I find out, I want them in prison. ChainsawMan on top. Yeah. That's how it is with Junji Ito manga for me. The art is great, but it's nothing that special. Exactly. Just asking, because we talk about Monster. I don't know, I haven't read it. It's on my list. I'm very curious about it, and Pluto too. So I want to read those as soon as possible. I'm gonna probably put it on my poll next week when we finish Uzumaki, and then you can vote for it if you want me to read it. Have you read Full Metal Alchemist? I highly recommend checking that out next. I have been curious about it because it's considered like the best manga or anime. It's like in first place in those typical lists on the internet. And it has a female creator, just like Dorohedoro. We love queens that create classics that are considered one of the best of the industry. So it is on my list, and I have tried reading it by myself, but have failed at like chapter 2, which is why I need this channel, so you can hold me accountable, you can force me through some social control parasocial control mechanisms so that I stick to it, that I keep reading it, that my attention span doesn't just fucking leave me and instead go to read some yaoi, I guess. I don't know. Anime, I think. It is the best manga aside from Berserk. Please don't fucking say Berserk is the best manga. Please. We are your control devil. After the first 2 or 3 chapters, it starts to pick up. I know, and I'm personally impressed with the alchemy in it because I'm gonna ignore the other books, but okay, maybe this is okay. I mean, demon conjuring, that's Solomonic demon magic. Alchemy, an alchemy textbook, the history of alchemy, a textbook on alchemy, and I like it when something like Western esotericism gets picked up by someone who's not from this area and does something original with it. I'm a big fan of that. So, I was very curious about Full Metal Alchemist because of its relation to alchemy. I don't know how I got here, and the first thing I get is screaming. Interesting.